Hey everybody, Smoke Plume Reviews here. My name's Aaron. First time coming to you on here. Hope that there's going to be many more like this. Tonight, I would like to review the Centurion H2K CT Habano 2000 Connecticut Shade Wrapper, made by the My Father Company. Probably one of my favorite smokes. So I'm not going to bore you to death. I'm sure you've seen plenty of these reviews. Let's hear what I've got to say on it. Take a look. Take the footband off. The aroma on this is absolutely amazing. Fantastic cigar. Dark brown, not a Maduro by any means, but a very dark Connecticut wrapper. Perfect construction. Seams are tight. Everything looks good. The aroma, I get a sweet tobacco. From the foot, like a caramel and a cedar. Alright, I'm going to cut it up, get to toasting. This is actually a cheap little lighter. I use a whole bunch of different ones, but this one I smoked my first Liga Privada number 9, took the band off and actually taped it to the lighter to cover up the crappy non-name brand on there, so just another personal touch. Right away, first draw, woody notes, definitely cedar. This has been aging for about 6 months in my box. Definitely not one of my oldest sticks by any means. I think the oldest one I have is about 6 years at this point. But this will age. These always age very nicely. Perfect draw, perfect smoke output. Finish, very pronounced black pepper, and a dry wood. It's a long finish. It's still the pepper's increasing as I've been talking to you. It's great. It doesn't stay a pepper bomb the whole stick. There is pepper throughout, of course. It's a My Father cigar. It's to be expected. Yeah, perfect thus far. I'm going to get into the first third of this cigar. Might come back to you if there's any flavor transitions, and beyond that, I'll be back give you my thoughts as I progress into the second, third. Alright guys, just figured I'd come back to you since there's been a little bit of a flavor shift. Pepper's still very dominant on the palate. Nothing wrong with that. I actually prefer peppery sticks. I am a Maduro fan primarily, but one of my favorites that's not a Maduro for sure. Like I said, pepper's predominant, but there has been a shift of a toasted nut. Very, very dominant flavor as well there with the pepper. Nice toasted peanut. Smoke output's been great. Construction's doing well. This is still in the first third. The original ash from the light. So just figured I'd give you that update, and I'll come back to you when I get anything else. Alright, back with you again. Ash is held on absolutely perfectly. Hasn't come off at all. About to be taking off that first band there. Flavor shift, definitely. Probably about half an inch ago. Didn't want to come back. It was too close to the second, third starting, so figured I'd wait until then. Creamy note has really come in, like a mild cream. Medium body. Yeah, I'd put it at a medium body. Definitely not like a medium full or, a mild to medium. Right there, smack dab in the center. She's got that creamy note, the dried wood, the cedar. But what is really pushing through now on the inhale is a floral note. Almost a dried raisin. Yeah. And then the finish. It's pepper in the throat, a black pepper. And, yeah, like a black pepper and a cedar. Alright, so I'm going to take off this lower band. My neighbor has apparently decided to start doing yard work. This is my first review, so we'll see how the audio comes out on this. Alright, take off that first band. Toss that right in the ashtray. Like I said, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know how well you can see it. Absolutely beautiful ash. Perfect construction. Razor sharp burn. I'm loving this. I'm going to continue listening to my music and enjoying this smoke. I'll come back to you if there's any significant changes, or I'll see you on the final third. Alright, I'm back with you. Sorry about that. I think the battery died. Swapped that out. Shouldn't be an issue anymore. Like I was saying, we have a great floral aroma with this. I am getting a toasted nut still. Maybe a little bit of caramel, like a caramel sweetness, though. More sweetness than caramel, I guess, but man, is it good. This is delicious. Pepper zing's completely gone. Even on the finish. I am getting an amazing floral aroma off of this. Still some mild floral flavors on the palate, but quite honestly, toasted nut and a sweetness. Alright, I'll come back to you if anything changes. Alright everybody, coming back to you again. About to remove the band and go into pretty close to the final third. Got a really nice retro hail off of this while I was away. I'm picking up a lot of, ever since then, I've been picking up a lot of dried fruit along with that floral note. So I got dried apple, dry pear, definitely dry pear in there. Still getting that sweetness, the toasted nut, and a hint of cinnamon. The pepper spice really isn't there as much, but the cinnamon is definitely taking over at this point. Still a slight black pepper tinge on the back of my palate, on the finish. Still holds. But man, I just can't get over how much I love this smoke. I had bought a couple of them before from my brick and mortar, and like I said, I'm a Maduro fan, but pretty much you can't go wrong with a My Father cigar in my opinion. I have plenty of them in my box aging. They age so well. Great smoke output, great construction, no complaints. That being said, because I love this one so much and it's so different out of my norm, I don't smoke them all the time. They're more of a special occasion. I broke it out specifically for my first review with you guys because it's that good. I wanted to share it with people, and if you haven't picked this up, I mean, these are definitely on the cheaper side of the My Father line. I picked up a box of 20 of these. I believe this is a Petite Corona. Could be mistaken. But this set me back about $120 for a box of 20. That's great. That's honestly a great price for these. It's a steal. These could easily go $200 a box, and I wouldn't blink an eye paying it. So I'm going to take this band off while I'm sitting here with you. I really appreciate you tuning in with me. Like I said, I'm starting up this YouTube channel, my first review, so thanks for tagging along with me. Smoke Plume Reviews is the brand that I'm going to go with. Can't remember or not if I introduced myself to you guys, so I might have to come back and do that at the end. But I'm going to continue smoking this, and I'll come back to you. I'm going to kick my music back on, enjoy the cigar, and attempt to stay warm. It is currently 31 degrees outside in Massachusetts, and it's cold, but it's so worth it. I'll see you guys shortly. Alright guys, figured I'd come back to you while I'm enjoying this. Put the music on pause and introduce myself a little better. So, like I said before, Smoke Plume Reviews. My name's Aaron Anderson. I'm from Massachusetts. I've been smoking cigars for probably, I don't know, 8 years at this point. I'm definitely not a daily smoker. I honestly don't have the time. I would if I could. My wife doesn't really dig on cigars that much either, so since I don't have a big place and I don't have a place to have a smoke room yet to be able to smoke every day, I get to it when I can, which I'm sure does make it a heck of a lot more enjoyable. The only downside is my collection accumulates way faster than I can smoke them. If that's really what you would consider a problem. It's like a first world problem. Can't go wrong with having a bunch of great smokes on hand. Yeah. I wanted to make sure that I came back and let you know as well, sitting here thinking about it, because I'm not drinking anything. I usually will have some kind of alcohol with my cigars, whether that be, I love scotch, so whether that be a good scotch, a nice whiskey, occasionally a brandy. That's what got me to come back, honestly, is I feel like this would pair great with an apple brandy. Nothing too fancy. Could go with an E&J. I really like, I forget the name of it, but it's an original apple brandy, and I believe they said the backstory was that George Washington drank it. Great stuff, though. And that's all I can think of is pairing that with this. It would probably be such a great experience. So, anyway, that's my rant. Hope I didn't throw you off too much, and hope you're sitting back and smoking one while you're watching this. I'll come back to you if I have any changes. Alright guys, back with you. Final thoughts on this. Centurion H2K CT. One of my favorites. I can't say that enough. Great smoke output. Awesome construction. Flawless burn. Ash holds on great. Inch and a half at a time. Sometimes longer. Medium body the whole way through. Some fantastic flavors. Mild to medium as the cigar progresses for strength. By no way a overwhelming smoke for anyone. I think this is an enjoyable smoke, whether you're just getting in or you've been smoking for years. Definitely a staple in my humidor. I hope this review helps you decide on picking it up, checking it out, supporting your local brick and mortars, supporting your online retailers. Yeah, not much else I can say with it. It's starting to get a little warm, so I will be putting it out very shortly, but tons of smoke output. Still has an amazing floral aroma. Dried fruits. Pepper still there, mildly. Again, not a pepper bomb stick at all. But there is always going to be pepper in a My Father cigar. I believe that's really what keeps you guessing. I mean, there's so many great flavors in this, and the pepper on the back of the palate, a little bit of zing occasionally through the cigar, definitely refreshes you and keeps you wanting to puff more. I mean, I would smoke this down to the nub if it didn't get so hot. I really don't like pulling in all that hot smoke. I like to keep it cool, but great stick. Also, on the notes of construction, you can put this down anytime. Leave it 5 to 10 minutes. I've done it probably up to 10 minutes, and pick it back up without having to re-spark. Puff away. It is great. So, hope you enjoyed my review. Thanks for tuning in. Smoke Plume Reviews. I'll catch you next time.